Welcome back to Listen for Wisdom, where every day we get better. Have you guys ever been in a conversation where suddenly everything just stops? Crickets. Oh no, no one is talking. Everyone feels it. What just happened? That awkward, uncomfortable silence. And in that particular moment, your brain starts racing. What do I say? Did I do something wrong? Should I fill the silence? Why, Lord, why? Most people panic in that moment, true or false. But here's the amazing truth. Awkward silence isn't even the problem. It's not, no. Actually, our reaction to it is. 10% of life is what happens to us, but 90% is how we respond to it. We have power, we have options, and today I'm going to show you 4 simple ways to handle awkward silence without panicking, and sometimes even to use it to your advantage. Fun, right? Well, let's get right into it. And hey, this video is going to level you up, so please hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. If you don't love the video, make sure to hit the thumbs down. But you're going to love it, I promise. First thing to understand, silence in conversation is a natural thing that happens. It's totally okay. We don't have to motor mouth through all social exchanges or expect the other person to as well. But because many of us feel pressure to keep talking, perhaps from social expectations or cultural bad examples, I would say, we rush in to fill the silence. And when we rush, we often say things that feel forced. That's no good. We want to be decisive in what we say, not reactionary or moved by any pressure. So learning to stay calm in the pause is key. So let's take a look. Strategy number 1, let the silence breathe. It's totally okay. When that conversation pauses, don't jump in immediately. Give it a few seconds. And maybe during that time, you maintain a slight smile as is appropriate, or a different kind of facial expression as the situation calls for. If they just said something interesting, you show kind of a considering facial expression. You're going to use your nonverbals here, the facial expression. Hold that eye contact a second longer. Take that opportunity to breathe. And something interesting happens when we do this. The other person often will continue speaking. They may add another thought. They may clarify something they said earlier, or they may tell you more about that thing they were saying. Silence invites people to expand, to flesh things out. Maybe they didn't move into saying something more. Well, strategy number 2. Make a simple observation. If the silence continues, you can gently restart the conversation with a simple observation. Say something like, "That's super interesting." Or, "I never thought about it that way before." These kinds of statements, they will reopen the conversation naturally without creating pressure. And also make sure your facial expressions and any gestures like a chin stroke are congruent with what you're hearing. Strategy number 3, ask a simple follow-up question. Most conversations stop because no one asks the next question. So simply return to curiosity. For example, what was that situation like for you? How were you feeling as that happened? That's a great one. Or how did that end up turning out? Let's say they said, "Yeah, it was so great to leave my stressful job." You could then say, "I bet. What was the transition like afterwards for you?" Something like that. Simple questions keep the conversation moving naturally. And before I share the final strategy, if you're finding this video helpful, share this video with someone who might appreciate it, and subscribe for more content like this. All right, now our final strategy. Strategy number 4, change the topic smoothly. Sometimes a conversation pauses simply because the topic has run its course, and that's perfectly okay. Some topics are going to be shorter in duration naturally. We can gently shift the conversation by introducing just a new topic, something new. For example, that reminds me of something I was thinking about earlier, or just, I was thinking about something earlier. Perhaps with a chin stroke or a squint of the eye, showing that you have an interesting thought you'd like to share, right? We pair up the words with the nonverbals. Or, I've been curious about something. I'd love to hear what you think. Then share away. Perfect. Nice, smooth transition. This will help tremendously. It keeps the conversation flowing, again, naturally without forcing it. These techniques are going to help you tremendously, and I'm excited for you, sincerely. And I love practicing these kinds of techniques as well. They are so massively helpful. So let's quickly review. When an awkward silence happens, let the silence breathe. Make a simple observation. Ask a follow-up question, or smoothly introduce a new topic. When you keep yourself calm, the silence stops feeling awkward. And what a nice feeling. It's truly empowering, and we have that ability. Conversation becomes much more natural, fluid, and enjoyable when we do these things. If you want to go deeper in building communication skills, confidence, and emotional awareness in conversations just like these, check out listenforwisdom.com. The link is in the description. So now that you know, go and give it a shot. You can do it. And let me know how it goes in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep trying, keep striving, keep showing up, and I will see you in the next video.